As we should all know, most NBA players, specifically NBA legends, and future Hall of Fame players have kids. While most of these great players hope that one day their kid can follow in their footsteps by playing basketball and also going on to becoming special NBA talents in themselves just like their dad did, but we've seen that multiple times that this isn't always the case. Just take a look at what happened with the GOAT, the Jumpman, Michael Jordan, and his sons, John Stockton and his sons, even Patrick Ewing and his sons. But if you want to feel old, the offspring of NBA players you grew up watching are taking over college basketball right now, and the trend isn't stopping anytime soon. Most of us watching this video wouldn't know, but being the son of an NBA player will definitely open a lot of doors for you. And even though they may not be clearly half as talented as their old man, it's pretty clear and obvious that they have it in their DNA. In today's video, we'll be going over the 10 sons of NBA legends that will become future superstars. Let's jump right into the video. 10. Cole Anthony, son of Greg Anthony. Starting off at number 10, we've got Cole Anthony. His father, Greg Anthony, was a solid role player for his 11-year NBA career, and Greg was the star of UNLV's 1990 national champions and the 1991 team that started 34-0 before losing to Duke in the Final Four. Greg Anthony was the number 12 pick in the 1991 NBA draft by the New York Knicks, and went on to enjoy a long pro career, but he never had the type of hype that his son is receiving as of right now. Cole Anthony was one of the top recruits in the country, and will be one of the top picks in the 2020 NBA draft. A 6'3" point guard who can score at will when he's hot, Anthony's freshman year at North Carolina hasn't gone as planned. A torn meniscus has kept him out since early December, and UNC was in the basement of the ACC without him. Fortunately, his career has so many better days ahead since he has already shown a lot of talent. 9. Nico Mannion, son of Pace Mannion. Mannion is another top recruit for good reason, who should be a lottery pick in the 2020 NBA draft. The point guard has had a productive season at Arizona as a freshman, averaging 14 points and 6 assists per game. He has been on the radar for years. Sports Illustrated wrote an exhaustive profile of him as a 15-year-old, and he has lived up to the hype. Mannion is the son of Pace Mannion, a former star of Utah who was a second-round pick in the 1983 draft and enjoyed a journeyman career throughout the 80s. 8. Jaden Hardaway, son of Anthony Hardaway. Penny Hardaway was on his way to a likely Hall of Fame career as a dynamic point guard before injuries derailed his effectiveness. In his early days in the NBA, he and teammate Shaquille O'Neal were a forceful pair for the Orlando Magic. In 14 pro seasons, Hardaway averaged 15.2 points, 4.5 rebounds, and 5 assists, but missed almost 40% of the regular season games he could have played due to his health issues. If following in the footsteps of his famous father wasn't difficult enough, Jaden is doing so by playing for him at his alma mater, Memphis, where his dad is the coach. A similarly built 6'5" guard, the youngster was slowly brought into the college game during his freshman year last season, averaging 2.1 points in just under 8 minutes a game, while primarily coming off the bench. He has plenty of room to grow, and it appears he will have his dad with him to help him reach his goals. Quick reminder to please subscribe right now to the NBA All-Stars YouTube channel, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you can get notified every time I put out a new video, and drop a like if you enjoyed this video, as it only takes 1 second and it does support the channel a lot. 7. Jaron Artest, son of Ron Artest, Metta World Peace. Ron, Metta, was a defensive stalwart and polarizing figure in 16 NBA seasons, averaging 13.2 points for 6 different teams. Intimidating and unpredictable at times, the forward provided a kind of edge contending teams like to have on their roster. Although he is also a strong defender, Jaron plays a different game than his father. A 6'3" guard, he completed his freshman season at UC Irvine last year. Primarily coming off the bench, he averaged 2.8 points in 14 minutes a game. Shooting just 32.7% from the field, he needs to gain consistency and produce results to consider a career at the next level. But he's young, so we gotta consider his upside. 6. DJ Rodman, son of Dennis Rodman. Rebounding, 13.1 per game, and lockdown defense paved the way for Dennis to have a wildly successful 14-year NBA career that resulted in 5 titles and a spot in the Basketball Hall of Fame. DJ is a wispy 6'6" forward for Washington State, who was coming off his freshman season last year. In nearly 12 minutes per contest, entirely off the bench, he averaged 1.7 points and 1.9 rebounds. Shooting a dreadful 27.5% from the floor, he has a long way to go to earn significant minutes, let alone come close to matching his father's huge impact in basketball. 5. Shareef O'Neal, son of Shaquille O'Neal. There was a lot of controversy over Shareef O'Neal not being a McDonald's All-American. Shareef was a consensus top 50 recruit entering UCLA, and even though he's not nearly half as talented as Shaq was, he's still an athletic freak standing around 6 foot 9 inches with a lot of feel for the game. He is a slender forward with some range, and the ability to push up tempo with his sweet touch from mid-range as well. Also, he's one of the most impressive dunkers of his class. Shareef redshirted as freshman for UCLA in 2018 to 2019, when he had heart surgery, but averaged 2.2 points in 13 games off the bench for them last year. He decided to transfer mid-year to LSU, where he will suit up at Shaq's alma mater and see what he can do to add to the family legacy. 4. Zaire Wade, son of Dwayne Wade. Dwayne Wade always made a living out of his athleticism, speed, and hops, and boy, his son Zaire Wade looks almost like a carbon copy of a young Flash. He's already an explosive and terrific dunker, and has mastered his old man's pump fakes to draw fouls and finish through contact. Also, working out with him and LeBron James from time to time must help. Zaire Wade is an exciting young talent that we should keep on our radar and look at his developments. 3. Trayce Jackson Davis, son of Dale Davis. Jackson Davis has quietly been one of the best freshmen in the country. A 6'9" big man for Indiana, Jackson Davis is a highly efficient scorer, a monster offensive rebounder, and a skilled shot blocker. His 66.4 true shooting percentage is one of the nation's best among full-time players. If he isn't on NBA radars yet, he should be. Jackson Davis is the son of Dale Davis, the former Indiana Pacers forward who played in the league until 2007 after getting drafted in the first round in 1991. 2. Ron Harper Jr., son of Ron Harper. At 6 foot 6 inches and 245 pounds, the young Harper is the same height as his dad but holds a lot more bulk that allows him to play both guard and forward. He is entering his junior season with Rutgers after breaking out last year with 12.1 points and 5.8 rebounds per game. The elder Harper averaged 13.8 points over 15 NBA seasons and built his reputation on his energy and strong defensive play. Like his son, the outside game was not his forte. Junior needs to show strength in his game over the remainder of his college career, but continuing to play at the next level is not out of the question. 1. LeBron James Jr., son of LeBron James. The biggest name on this list, for good reason, is of course LeBron James Jr. Let's admit it, we've all been seeing Bronny's game footage and dunks for years now, and he's looking like a stud already. LeBron's older son is already a much better shooter than he was when he was that age, while showing the same playmaking skills the young king bragged about back in the day. He's got big shoes to fill, but he has the skill set to fulfill that goal, being a great ball handler and quite committed in the defensive end as well. Bronny, in my opinion, has the most pressure than any of the kids on this list. LeBron is the most scrutinized athlete that most of us have ever seen, while also being by far the best player on this list. If you made it to the end of this video, then don't forget to subscribe. I upload daily on this channel, so if you're looking for some consistent basketball talk, this is the channel for it and you. Check out these videos.